And what's his name is team principal, the old Ferrari guy. I forgot the Harry Potter looking dude. I forgot his name.
Oh, you meant Bonotto was the Harry Potter dude? Oh my god.
Welcome to the LTM Cooldown Room Podcast with Dan and Alex. And of course, we're your hosts, Daniel and Alex. And this is a very special episode. Not only are we live on our TikTok, this is also not only our first pod of the year, but tonight, technically, is the start of the F1 season with private testing in Barcelona. Alex, I can see you're all geared up for Ferrari. How are you?
I can't wait to be a McLaren fan this year. Ferrari fan this year. As you can see, all my gear. I'm ready to go to support Charles. We're good to go. We're back, and I'm optimistic. Actually, let me rephrase that. I'm optimistic it's going to be a good F1 season. I'm not optimistic that these colours are going to be any useful, but I've been known to believe in my past. Who knows? I don't know. New regulations. I don't know. But I'm excited. I'm excited to get going.
I was waiting for you to say "New Year, New Me," as every Ferrari fan does. Quite often.
No, I'm still in denial. We're good. It's the same me.
Good. So you're not a broken Ferrari fan. That's good.
No, I haven't changed. No.
But before we get into our podcasting tonight, just to let you all know, yes, we are live on TikTok, and you can actually be part of this podcast, like Katie here, or Post Round Dump, the GOAT, the guy who sponsors teams for $30 or less. Yeah, I know, it's unbelievable. And Lidsville's joined as well. So if you want to be these sort of people, be sure to join our TikTok live every Monday night. We tend to film the podcast, and be sure to hit that like and subscribe button as well to be notified when our podcasts release. With that being said, of course, this week being F1 season or pre-season testing, the first of three. This week is the private testing, the shakedown, where majority of the teams will actually be taking part, at least 10 of them. Minus one with Williams, which we'll talk about. But of course, we've got the proper tests at Bahrain. I think from the same weekend as the 12 hours. So we'll be talking about that when that happens. So this episode is a pre-season before we know anything about testing, basically. So let's start off with our predictions, Alex. Obviously, we had a brief chat over this before we began, but why are you going to kick us off?
Oh, mate, predictions. Who knows? We have new regulations. I got no idea. I don't think any of the teams have an idea. But if I'm going to be like any Ferrari fan, I'm going to say Ferrari's going to win. I'm joking. I'm not going to say that. That's just stupid. But who knows? I'd like to say that. But hey, the fact that they ditched the progress of development for their car last year, more than halfway through, like earlier than halfway, that car better be fast. It better be. It has to be fast. It just has to be. It just. Anyway, that's my.
I don't think it will.
It just has to be. I'm also. It has to be fast for Lewis, because if they could break him, well, they already have attempted it. Ferrari can break Lewis because he's coming toward the end of his career. If this is how it ends, dear Lord. But yeah, who knows? Predictions. Where do we start? Should we just go straight to the top and go champion?
Might as well. Let's start off with 2026
Lewis
constructors and drivers champion.
Lewis. No, I'm joking.
Straight into it.
Man. I don't know. It's so hard to go against Max now. I don't know what McLaren's going to bring. You mentioned off air that every time we have a new regulation, McLaren start that regulation off on the wrong side of things. Can they do it again? And after the picture they just shared, an hour or two ago? Dear Lord, I've got questions already.
It's very bold, but we'll talk about the livery and I guess car aero choices teams have made when we get into the livery segment a bit later. But that's going to be interesting with McLaren. Who knows? Obviously, like I said, last few regulation changes, they've had a rough start. Of course, 2022, we all know how that went. That was disastrous, especially 2023, beginning of 2023, we don't talk about. But even, what year did we change the new regulations? 2017? The GP2 engine era. That's where that came from. So that was a disaster. So who knows if they can change their luck around. Obviously, a lot's happened since then. They've multi-constructors world titles, or drivers titles somehow. Anything can happen. But yeah, like you said as well, the aero package is rather interesting. Yeah, you go.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think over the last couple of regulations, McLaren have also changed supplier, whereas this year they haven't. I'm just thinking, they went to the Renault, then they were Honda were on point. That ended terribly. Actually, that started terribly and ended terribly. Then they went to the Renault. Then they started off with Mercedes. I guess, they're still with Mercedes now. So hopefully that's a bit of, continuing to see performance and power. But who knows? And if the rumors are kind of true that the Mercedes power unit is producing some good power, then hopefully they'll be just as fast as the Mercedes team, or if not faster, like last year. But I guess we'll find out. I'm a bit nervous. To know Lidsville's already put in his bet that a Mercedes will be the constructor champion. So maybe this is a bit of a, hint as to who could be a drivers' world champion. Could it be George Russell or Kimi Antonelli? That'd be wild.
Could you imagine? Just either of them,
Oh, my girlfriend.
Just Mercedes on top again.
Kimi.
I mean, who doesn't, to be honest?
He's
a great talent. But kid. For real though, Mercedes are looking to be potentially a challenge this season. There's so many teams that have that engine, but not only Mercedes though. We've got one brand new engines. No, sorry, we do have two. I don't know what I'm saying. Two brand new powertrain suppliers. We've got Ford joining Red Bull this season, which makes me nervous because
don't we have
we've got two for now. Let me finish. We got so basically we've got Mercedes back at it again as normal, Ferrari unfortunately, but also they're running Cadillac this year and Haas as well. Cadillac is actually running their own engines from 2028, so that's probably where you're thinking. Alpine this year are running Mercedes, right? Honda is with Aston Martin this year. They're not
with
new.
Mercedes?
Yes. They ditched their own Renault. It was last year news, basically. Yeah. So that's something they needed. They needed that. Aston Martin have Honda this year. They've gone from Red Bull to Aston. I think that's it. And Audi. They've got their own powertrain for this year as well, which is going to be really interesting to see how that goes. I already mentioned Honda.
Well, there you go. That's the three that I was thinking of. Audi, Ford, Honda.
Yeah, but Honda was already in the sport with Red Bull.
True, but returning.
They were Red Bull powertrains. That's what they were.
Yeah, okay.
But the support from Honda... Yeah, it is. But the support from Honda is now back with Aston Martin. So there you go.
Well, we've got a comment
just
here
to confuse
from
you.
Katie saying that it's bold that Audi's gone in first serve with their brand new power unit. I'd tell you what, though, sound-wise, it's up there with my favourite so far. I mean, we've only heard a few. We've only heard, the likes of the Ferrari one briefly with Lewis and Charles shakedown.
Yeah, that sounded terrible.
Terrible? Okay.
I'm just thinking because it's a Ferrari. But,
right. So we had the Ford briefly with Lindblad and Lawson. And we've heard the Audi, which is, I reckon, one of the best sounding ones, at least down a straight. We haven't heard the Ford full power yet.
Oh, that whine it made down the straight, that was tough. Now, obviously, if you don't know, this year the engines actually have a 50-50 combination with hybrid power and combustion engine power. So it's going to be really interesting to see how fast these cars are. Rob, I wonder who Alex goes for. I think Red Bull. I don't know. But based off the depression off his face, I think it's Ferrari. We need V8 power post-round dump. Agreed. Need more choo-choo turbo noises. Absolutely.
Oh, shit. I forgot about it. Liz just wrote, I wonder how Fernando will go with Honda. I forgot about that. Because if you're getting PTSD and flashbacks like I am right now, I reckon he spent more time outside the car than he was inside the car the last time.
Well, it's been 9...
Honda.
Well, this testing is going to be interesting because I think this time... No, was it 2015 or 2016 where you had that famous crash that no one saw? You remember that?
I don't know.
That was
no one saw it. I don't remember during,
yeah, but that was during Barcelona testing with Honda.
I've got some comments here.
Yeah.
It's, two people wrote different answers. That's not helpful.
Oh, God. So basically, for the people playing at home, I've said 2015, 2016. We've had 2016, 2015. Oh, okay, never mind. All good.
We've confirmed. 2015.
That's all right. At least we know it happened at some point in the past. That's one thing we can note. But
that's very true.
That's a good point though with Alonso and Honda. Like, it's just overall Aston Martin is going to be a wild card with the Honda and Adrian Newey dynamic, because obviously Adrian's had history in the past with Honda, with Red Bull. But
we haven't answered the champ question. Fuck it, Stroll. You've said enough. Newey's the principal. Honda
all right, so I'm looking for a new host for the podcast.
Stroll. It's Stroll.
This guy's just gone mad. Could you imagine the scenes if he's on the podium?
Could you imagine if they come out of preseason testing first?
Well, they're going to be ahead of Williams.
For the sake of Formula One, I hope it's neither Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, or McLaren. Just someone out of the box, out of the blue, just goes boom. We're the fastest. Not Alpine. They're useless. I'm thinking like a Haas or a Williams, or even maybe the Aston Martin. But I'm thinking I just want someone to go boom, like out of the box. We have the quickest car, and because there's so many different powertrains. No, not Alpine. No.
But they do have a decent aero package.
How do we know that?
The Renault engine. I just know it. I can't remember how. It's
McLaren have an interesting aero package.
They do actually.
Anyway,
they do. It's really interesting.
Off the fact of predictions. Okay, I guess the answer to the predictions is we have no idea.
For real, champion though, potentially McLaren. I think Oscar Piastri will be hungry, but look out for Max Verstappen. Again. Oh, he's number 3 this year.
Boring answer. Let's go with the Mercedes driver. Either one. I don't really care which one. Or, hopefully Ferrari. That's me being very biased. But I don't know anymore. Who knows?
By the way, speaking of Alpine, more talks have been happening about Christian Horner buying the team. So that could be interesting. Get rid of Flavio.
Well,
yes.
Speaking of letdowns, the next prediction I've called the biggest stall, aka the biggest letdown. Put your comments in.
Well, we're already
Who's going to suck the most? Who's going to be the worst team?
We're already off to a bad start with Williams failing their crash test. So the reason they can't even make it out this week, or they chose not to make it out this week, is they've been failing FIA's mandatory crash tests at the moment.
Yeah, and their weight, which is going off with their weight being a problem.
Yeah, speaking of weight, though, Ferrari, they're actually 2 kilograms heavier than the minimum.
That's okay.
Just a random fact I found.
Kilos.
That's it.
It sounds like
George
Williams
did it during
in
Spa.
a lot more pain and problems than Ferrari are. Yeah, I don't know, but who knows? My biggest stall, I reckon, would be. You got to be like I reckon it could be McLaren. Honestly,
You reckon?
I reckon maybe a bit of championship. What do they call it? Championship hangover.
Yeah,
they call it in some sports. I don't know. And after all the political crap they put F1 fans through last year, especially Aussie fans. Not that I hope Oscar does bad, but I just hope that there's less crap, so they have to deal with less and just drive the car.
Katie,
let's be honest, they're not going to be doing all this political crap if they're fighting for 10th, 9th, you know what I mean?
They will anyway. This is McLaren we're talking about.
True.
Katie said that Williams is using a virtual test to simulate the Barcelona testing. I'm pretty sure she's talking about Williams. But
yes,
that's a good way to do it. You know, if they can't actually be there, you know, virtually be there. Simulators have come a long way. That's for sure. My probably biggest stall might be Cadillac. Because obviously they got expectations, you know, the first Formula One team to join since, the last time we had 22 cars, I think, was with Manor, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's been a long time. I'm worried because they've got a Ferrari engine. I can actually see them being very similar to Haas. It's an American team with an Italian engine. And obviously Bottas and Perez are really, really good drivers. But is that car going to be good? And again, it's one thing that we won't know until the end of testing, at least. But that's probably my biggest stall. Most improved. I'm going to say probably Aston. Obviously, they've had a rough few years. But Adrian Newey and the Honda, we've seen what that Honda engine can do. We've seen what Adrian can do in the past.
That's true.
That could be a weapon, depending on Stroll.
You know what, though, as well? It's a good point because I bet there's been no media about them at all. Like, none.
No, except for the shakedown.
Secrets, I guess.
Maybe. It is Formula One, though. You know,
yeah,
there's secrets
Adrian
everywhere.
Newey tends to not give away anything, usually.
No.
So,
speaking of actually them,
I
Honda...
wouldn't put it past them.
No, Honda released a brand new logo, too. So they're revamping their brand. Yeah, it's very sleek looking. Google it whenever you want, but it's really interesting. Yeah, there you go. Live reaction of the new Honda logo. They got rid of the square, spoiler alert.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're full revamping.
Right.
You're not a fan? Hey, it's just be grateful. The first thing that
I saw is two dining chairs with each other. Hang on, I'm going to show the stream. Hang on. I'm going to get stream reactions. Be interesting. How do I flip
this? Could be interesting. Apologies on people watching on Spotify. You can't be watching. You can only be listening with your ears. But if you're watching on YouTube, Alex is demonstrating to the live
That is the
TikTok
new logo.
world.
Tell me that does not look like two dining chairs stuck together. Or maybe like a park bench.
Do you know what this is? It's a therapy blob.
It's the what?
Whatever you see first is don't worry about it.
And there's the old one for comparison at the top, which I'm not going to say it's worse. I'm just going to say it looks like a chair.
Well, have you seen the Jaguar logo? The modern day Jaguar logo?
I think so.
It's better.
Anyway,
this is better than that.
That's what the new Honda logo looks like, according to that. Post round dump just made a very interesting comment that makes us all think. If Adrian Newey is old, does that make him aging Newey? Technically, that makes him Adrian. Aging Newey.
That actually makes him Adrian Oldie. He's not Newey anymore, is he?
All
right, I'll ruin that one. Apparently.
No. Anyway, Jordan said the original logo is better. I agree.
It's more iconic anyway. That's for sure.
It just looks...
did they change their backlids feel? Thank God for that. Because that was a terrible decision, whoever came up with that. Let's go with the out there prediction, I suppose.
Yep.
What was this one again, to be honest?
Like a shop.
Was that technically the most improved?
No, sorry. Yeah, most improved. But like, something that could just be crazy. Like, I don't know. Franco Colapinto winning a race. That's not my shot, by the way. That's not my out there prediction. But something really stupid like, all right, maybe Hadjar could win a race and finally ruin the Red Bull second seat curse.
All you have to say, by the way, is Hadjar keeps his seat.
That's also a curse.
That's the fact that that's an outcome that can happen. That's a shock.
Post round dump said 10 respect points. I'm assuming that's for Colapinto. Yeah, just 10 points for Colapinto. There's an out there prediction. I don't know.
It gets a bit loose here on the live pods.
I just made up on the spot. Hadjar to...
Okay.
I reckon he can win a race.
Well,
Let's just say, if those two cars are even, he can win a race.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say Alpine top 5.
In a race
with
or
Gasly? With Gasly. No, in a race.
Oh, I was going to say, that's bold.
No, not a championship. No way.
That's really bold.
I can see Gasly, if the car is good and the engine's good, Alpine could maybe...
Zach, no, that's not a bold prediction. That's a fact. Lance Stroll would DNF more than once. That's just fact.
I think what he should be saying is Lance Stroll won't DNF more than once.
Yeah, that's bold.
That's the bold one. Will all the teams score points this year like last year? Now, that's going to be interesting.
That'll be interesting.
The last few years, we've had... Yeah, the last few years, every team has scored a point. I think the last one was 2021, 22, something like that. Yeah, look, it's going to be interesting. I hope so.
Kick Sauber didn't with... Oh, no, they did in the last 2 rounds.
They did. Remember, they scored... Yeah, they scored those little...
shit. Yeah, they did.
Little bits. That's what I mean. So, no, that's going to be interesting. I hope so.
I think that they can. I think the racing will be close enough that you can. And there'll be tracks that benefit other cars better than other cars. If that makes sense. The biggest question is has Alpine improved? Because that was so bad last year. Well, at least one of their drivers was
very bad.
So that's the real big question mark. And we haven't touched on RB yet. We haven't mentioned them in this pod at all.
No, well, they're sort of a unknown as well in a way, because obviously we got Lawson, so we know what he's like.
Can I ask a question? No. And it's been on my mind for many, many years, but I want to see if anyone's got any feedback in the comments. Why are RB not as quick as a Red Bull? It's always boggled my mind. They come from the same owners, basically. I know they're in different factories, different country, different team. Why can't they just send them an email and say, this is what we got, and just make that? Like, why is that so difficult? I don't understand. You get what I mean? Like, they launched the cars together. They're Red Bull backed. I just don't understand why they just never been the same. I get at the start when, like, you know, Toro Rosso existed. But, like, you know what I mean? It's just weird.
Sorry, Katie just pointed out, did you hear about the bonus points for every point that... Oh, sorry, the bonus payment for every point scored by Nico this year? He's literally doing a Kimi Raikkonen. So hopefully Audi have a lot of money. But then again, this is modern day Formula One, so the chances of him scoring points is less likely compared to Raikkonen. But it could happen. Still, you know, Audi's an unknown. And what's his name is team principal, the old Ferrari guy. I forgot his name. The Harry Potter looking dude. I forgot his name.
I don't know. Hey, Rossi. Welcome. Post-round Dom said can't copy paste cars. Yeah, I get that. I get you can't copy cars, and that's why RB's never been as quick as Red Bull. But like, make a tweak. You know, send them an email.
Copy my homework, but don't
get it. Yeah, just look over their desk. What are you guys doing?
Jordan's just laughing over the fact I called him Harry Potter, dude.
Oh, you meant Bonotto was the Harry Potter dude? Oh my god! No.
That's a clip.
To be honest, I ignored you because I had no idea what you're talking about.
But he does look like him. All right.
What Harry Potter character are you talking about?
Harry Potter.
Oh, actually, Harry Potter. Are you serious?
Yeah, with the round glasses. This is peak content, by the way. Just want to point that out.
You think Harry Potter looks like...
If you're enjoying this, by the way, be sure to like and subscribe. Yes.
No, he doesn't.
Yes.
Oh my god. Well,
anyway.
there goes our street cred of being legit.
Well, just be grateful because at least I've watched Harry Potter.
So have I. I've watched the first 2. Shut up.
I've watched all.
Then I got bored.
Well, technically 8 of them.
And Mattia Bonotto has the coolest voice in the world. Just by the way. I think
he does. He's also known for defeating Voldemort. All right, now let's talk about. Let's talk.
Audi Gryffindor confirmed.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
You're a shitbox, Harry.
Oh my god.
Oh god. That's a new one.
If
right.
Sky Sports ever say that Mattia looks like Harry Potter, we know who we're calling. Jesus Christ.
All right. Let's talk about livery reviews. All right. Let's go through the liveries we've gotten so far. Yeah, we're definitely making that into a clip. I'll tell you that. By the way, the pod will be up tomorrow. Just promoting again.
Hell. That's
anyway. So far, we've got technically 6 livery reveals now. Even though actually technically 7. 2 of them are shakedowns. So let's start off with the one that you've been wanting to talk about all night, Alpine. Just kidding. Let's go with McLaren. Let's talk about McLaren.
Actually, no, sorry. No. Let's do Alpines. It's the same as last year. Right. Move on. Done.
Done.
No, that's it. That's it.
No, we got to... Hang on. You're the one who came up with the ranking system. We got to rank this stuff.
It looks the same as last year's. C, done.
I actually like the look of last year's and I like this year's. B+.
Agreed. But it's done. Same.
Done. By the way, for people watching on live TikTok or you're listening on Spotify, if you go to YouTube, these liveries will be on screen as we speak. So there you go. As well as Harry Potter Binotto. So there you go. Let's talk about McLaren. Obviously, they literally moments before this pod started, when we started filming, McLaren revealed their shakedown livery, but most importantly, their car. It's very... You said it was very IndyCar-like. I said it's very super formula. It looks like a super formula car as well. It's rather interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alex has stopped responding, everyone. He's literally broken.
What is that piece on the side?
That's the floor panel. The floorboard, I mean.
What else has got that?
If you look carefully, majority of every car has it.
It just doesn't stick out like a
But that one sticks out like, yeah, exactly. Well put. Better than what I was going to say. So McLaren are really going out there. Their front wing looks a bit plain in comparison, but the biggest standout thing is the floorboard and the shark fin. The shark fin is the size of, a giant skyscraper. That's how long it is. So that's rather interesting. The rest is fairly straightforward. Side pods, straightforward. Yeah. Oh, Katie, yeah, let's talk about that. We're actually going to talk about that. Yeah, let's go to the Red Bull and V-Carb. Can I just say,
it didn't look that bad, I thought. Actually, looking at the Alpine one right now, it looks bigger.
Does it? Hang on, I got to look at it.
Just saying.
Yeah, a little bit. But I think of the fact that the RB one is yellow, it stands out more.
Yeah, it doesn't help, no.
No, so, yeah, that's the side. Have you seen? I'll put up on here, but the one that cracks me up is when the earth and then it's just sticking out. That's the best. So, yeah, that's humongous. But overall, that RB livery looks pretty good. Oh, McLaren, by the way, livery, we've got to... It's I guess, A. I quite like the livery. It looks sick as a shakedown. But that's not a proper review because it's not a full livery. But the RB, though, I got to give it to them. I'm going to say A-, with the white rims as well.
RB, yeah.
Looks quite nice.
RB looks pretty good. I think...
red?
The RB kind of... I think what makes it nicer is the white wheels with the RB. It's not all that much different to last year, besides obviously now the all-white outlining that's on the Red Bull car, which I've
There's a bit more black, I think, on the side there.
I'm not
especially with the Ford Racing sticker.
I'm not a huge fan of the numbers. Like the font looks a bit iRacing-esque, but that's just me. And I don't like the fact that it's blue on the top of the nose, and then it's red on the side. That to me is a bit annoying. You've only just
I see what you mean. Yep.
Yeah.
That's okay. Wait, why is it? Hang on. Okay, it's weird that the front number is blue and the back number is red.
That's what I just said.
That's what I mean. I did zone out. Just shut up. I zoned out from it.
Literally just said word for word. What's next? What car are we doing next? Oh, we're rating this?
Well, we might.
You rated A-.
A minus, yeah.
Yeah,
A minus.
Yeah, B plus, A minus. That's pretty good. Standard.
Red Bull, though, I'm going to say A.
Go with them, yeah.
Red
Bull did nail it. I will agree with that.
It's very similar to the previous years, obviously, because it's Red Bull. You can't really change much because it's Red Bull, right?
Yeah.
Red Bull controls all the designs. But that glossy blue and also the different blue gradients as well make it look... and plus the black rims as well.
I like the black rims, but it's also a blue outline around the wheel. Just a little pinstripe.
Yes.
My only concern with this car is it's how it would look on the track, because you got the brighter blue along kind of the middle bit, and then it goes darker toward the bottom, and then darker toward the top, and then the top, like, what do they call it? The nose cone is all dark. So in the light, it's going to look a bit, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going to look good, like in the sunlight. I think it'll look better in the day than it will at night. Everyone's thinking night is going to look amazing, but it's going to be too dark.
Certain areas would, yeah. Well, actually, if you see they actually released a photo today of the actual car they'll be running, like the actual with the aero and that, under the lights, and it does look a bit dark on the side. So I see what you mean. Obviously, it's not as well lit as like Bahrain, for example, but it looks really nice. I think they did a really good job with that. What did I say? I said A. I'm going to give it an A. I reckon that's a fair call.
With that. I'm not really a huge Red Bull fan, but it looks good.
I want to talk about Audi. Let's go to Audi.
Do we have to?
Oh. Can you also just let me know what car we have covered, what car we haven't? Because I'm already lost track what we're up to. So we're up to Audi F1 car. Now, I want to point this out because Katie made a really good point. Actually, her friend apparently pointed this out. It looks like one of those preset F1 livery you can get in the games, which is bang on. It's bang on accurate. Base game livery type livery, yeah, exactly. Also, she also pointed out and asked you a question. Is it your year this year?
Mine?
What are you wearing?
Oh. I don't know.
He's already forgotten, so basically,
your guess honestly is as good as mine. We're all in denial.
Yeah, exactly.
But someone called Hammer Time joined and followed, thank you, and wrote, "This is our year," or "We are delusional." We are delusional. But hopefully it's our year. So I'm both. Anyway, back to Audi. I'm severely disappointed.
This concept livery was revealed last year, right? It's no different to the one, when I actually prefer the one that they revealed as a first livery, when they announced that they were coming to Formula One.
Yep.
I actually prefer that.
They didn't need to touch it.
It's very basic, this one. I do like the colours. I think the silver looks nice and the fluoro red and looks very Audi, but it's very basic.
You know what's funny? I love how they've gone, the new 55% of the car has to be coloured rule?
Yeah, they really did that, didn't they?
They literally did that. They did the front half and then left it.
Exactly.
And the worst part is, I'm not a huge gradient fan, but I'm also not a huge fan of just solid lines. I'm not, lines is one thing, but it's just, there's a triangle of red and then just black and silver. It's trying to do? They've hired a wannabe graphic designer to do the Vodafone car from McLaren and didn't do a very good job.
Could you imagine? No, you know what? They were hired to do it, but then they gave up once they got to the front half of the car.
Also, why does it have R26 on it? What is that? Is that the car name?
That's the car name, yeah.
Okay. It's a bit gay.
I credit to them, though. The fluoro side pods and the airbox looks nice. That's a nice touch.
Also, driver numbers, not on there. I would like to see one.
Well, the BP logo's in front of where it should be.
Oh, yeah, I didn't pick up on that. Yeah,
so that's a good. Cool. I'm wondering where that number's going. But Energizer versus Duracell. That's pretty much what it is. Ivan actually said that it looked like an Energizer. Funny enough. So that's what it is. Post-round dump. The Audi livery will change once the deal goes through with him. So there you go. He must have paid $30 for a sticker to be on the car, which is a massive improvement, by the way. If you know, you know. All right, by the way, it's a C+. C. I'm just going to give it a C.
Yeah, it's a C.
Rating.
Maybe even C minus.
I was tempted to give it B for battery, or I could just give it E for Energizer. But anyway. Next up,
that works.
Speaking of E-grade cars, let's talk about Ferrari.
Thank God.
Obviously, if you see Alex, what he's wearing, he's literally the actual combination of the car, minus the black.
I didn't even pick up on that. That's fucking hilarious.
It's funny because literally where the head is white.
Oh, that's funny.
So I actually don't mind this livery. It's copped a lot of hate as usual.
You know what? Can I have a 1 minute rant?
Everyone sitting down.
My rant is, why is everyone going off about HP and what they're doing, right? Because it was worse last year. Like, why is everyone going HP, it's everywhere? It was the same last year. If anything, it was worse last year with how it looked, because I think Ferrari all the time need to have a bright red car, not this dark red. I don't like it at all. And also, Uni credit is on the car as much as HP, but I get their logo matches more. But, like, I'm just sick of hearing it. It's a sponsorship. It's not going away. Deal with it. I'm literally wearing it. Shut up. Like, it's fine. It stands out like a sore thumb. I agree. But, like, it was the same last year. Why is everyone going nuts? Anyway, that's done. What do you count? What are you doing?
Katie, you're right. Well, there's 8 HP logos. According to Katie, and I've counted. There's actually one on the headrest. On the back of the headrest. One tiny little one. Like, who's going to see that? Jesus Louise. By the way, Katie, I was joking about the E rating. It's actually way higher. I was more saying E for Energizer. It's more of a C+.
Now, I get the fact that the HP have paid a lot of money. And it does stick out like a sore thumb. But it was the same as last year. And after the calamity of disgust that they had the year before, where they had the blue on their car, I don't think this is
that is true.
The fact they've given it
this
a
is
white
good recovery
vibe, I think matches a bit better. And everyone needs to come.
Well, people were complaining about the white though, as well. Too much white. But if you look at the 2017 car,
that was
had that white. 1970s car, 1980s car had white. Calm down, champions.
And they had white on the wings, like on the wing as well. This just has white on the top. That's it. And call it a day.
The fact that the wings are black again, I like.
Yeah.
I think that's a good change. I still reckon the 2024 car would look amazing if it had black wings. If you remember that car. It had a bit of yellow and a bit of white. I had like a white, very little white.
That was the Carlos Sainz. Yeah, it was very McDonald's. Yeah. I remember those memes.
Yeah, but it looked really nice compared to the last couple cars we got.
Because it didn't have HP on it.
Yeah, but we also don't have a chrome halo either.
At the end of the day, I agree it is too much HP. But it was the same as last year. Get over it. And you know what? They've integrated it slightly better than they did last year. I think having the white go around the headrest is better than it was last year with the stupid, just like 45-degree angle slosh of white. And the fact it wasn't, and the fact it wasn't actually red. I hate the burgundy reds. It just doesn't look good. It does suck though that the car being the way it's shaped now, the Ferrari logos have to be a lot smaller. That does suck. But yeah,
I do hate the fact that for some reason for Formula One, HP can't make their logo white. Whereas soccer team, like Matt and Tommy,
I knew you were going to bring this up.
You saw that the soccer team that they sponsored, I can't remember who, don't care who. They had a white logo though.
It wasn't even white. No, it wasn't white. It was even color changed to match.
There you go. Why can't they?
It was like a gradient blue and brown. Like it was weird. Like it looked like gold, and it was literally HP gold. Like it was a gold logo. But I think the difference here is the fact that they've paid a lot more money.
Sorry, Post Around Dump said for the Audi logo, livery, don't rate it the letters. Rate it AA or AAA. I love that.
That's good.
But let's review the Ferrari.
Yeah, review for me is definitely B+, A-. I think it's up there with one of the coolest.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a B+.
Yeah,
for sure.
Actually, can we do? Let's just skip over Mercedes a little bit. It's the same besides those lines on the side. Let's be honest.
Well, let's talk about them momentarily, because
it's cool.
Well, it's not that different. It's a bit more black and less gradient. Mm-hmm. But their livery still looks clean. I'm still going to give it probably a B+, around there.
Okay.
Maybe a B+, same as Ferrari. What's next?
There's one more.
Haas,
and this is my favorite.
I couldn't agree more.
This is my favorite. My only concern is where the hell is the number going to go, because the GR on the top end plate is way too big. But apart from that, I think it's unbelievably gorgeous.
Yeah, I think it looks fantastic. It's very white, but that's not a bad thing. The way they did that, obviously Ferrari fans, we complain about too much white. This car is white, but we do not complain about it in any way, because the way they've done it is incredible. And you see the line down in the nose, the red streak. I wish Audi had that with their car, like a fluoro red going like that. That would have been clean.
So nice.
But not only that, their front wing though looks sick. Like something about that wing just looks sexy. And the fact that we've also got and the fact that we got obviously Toyota or TGR.
I was going to say it pays a bit of homage
F1
to the Panasonic days, a little bit.
It does, just a bit more black. I think they only had red or blue back then, which it wasn't a great car, but it looked nice. So I'm excited to see how these guys go. Again, black rims, obviously another win as well. It does look nice and clean. I am really excited because obviously, what's wrong?
Sorry, I just noticed that on the back of the Ferrari, IBM have taken over.
Oh, on the back is blue.
It's blue.
Yeah.
Which, I'm sorry, but everyone with the HP, calm down. That's worse. They've only got one sticker, but that's worse. They're taking over the whole back wing. That is going to look bad from behind. Anyway, continue. What were you going to say, Haas?
That's all right. They're going to be behind anyway. Sure. Yeah, no, they did a really good job. I'm excited to see how they go this year.
No one's going to say Ferrari. Yeah, no, I agree. I think the Haas looks... It actually looks so good that it should be fighting for podiums, I hope. It's just such a nice car.
I hope so. Obviously, we've got Behrman and Ocon again. Behrman's second year in Formula 1 now. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited to see how he does with the experience he gained. That's the exciting thing about these regulations. By the way, we're going to move on to regulation chat. So let's review this car finally. I'm going to give it an A plus.
A, definitely. It is unbelievably beautiful.
No, it looks good. So let's talk about regulations real quick before we wrap the pod up, I suppose, because we are getting to the closing stages of the pod. I did say we'll do this for half hour. It's currently 40 minutes.
We've never been on time,
something like that.
So I don't know why bother.
Good point. So regulations, obviously, brand new year, brand new changes to everything. DRS is gone, but technically still here. It's just evolved. But what do you think, Alex? Do you expect better racing or worse racing? What do you think?
I hope we get better racing because it's becoming a bit suicidal at some points this year. Last season. But I hope it's better, and I commend F1 for doing these regulations so regularly, if you want to call it that. Because, they made those last regulation cars thinking the racing would be closer, and then it ends up being worse because of the development of the cars.
Well, they ended up being trampolines with the porpoising.
And they're way too big. These cars still look somewhat big. They don't look as small as what people were predicting, I think, compared to, they were thinking it was going to be almost, back to the 08, 09 days where they were tiny. But that's not the case. Will it be so good that it would make tracks like Monaco and Suzuka better again? I don't know. I think the drag thing will be better, that Suzuka will be better. But I think Monaco is still going to be a snooze fest. But all in all, I think the fact that I got rid of DRS is a good thing. And the fact you can... Now, I can't remember exactly, but the new system you can use anywhere for the active aero. But you can use the overtake only within 1 second still.
The mum, which actually has been changed to overtake mode, I think.
Is that true though? You want 1 second bit.
I think it's gonna act.
I
don't know the exact number. This. Yeah, but it's gonna act the same way as Kers once were, pretty much. Yes. Or Indy cars push to pass.
Yeah.
Or overtake mode, whatever you call it. That's pretty much the idea. Active aero is going to be interesting. Obviously, DRS is now no DRS except at Z mode and X mode. Not to confuse anyone with generations. I'm waiting for the boomer mode to be activated. But Alonso and Hamilton will be using that. But that's going to be interesting. That's my concern, though, is the fact that... Because obviously DRS didn't really help with racing. But the fact that everyone can use it at any given moment, that's my concern. So I guess we have to wait and see how that goes. I don't really understand how it's going to work around the corners with the X mode or whatever you call it. It's going to be interesting. I just hope there's better racing. Yes, the cars are smaller. Monaco, you know how last year they had 2 mandatory pit stop strategies. They got rid of that. So we're back to having at least 1 now. I think that's the thing. So the cars are a smidge smaller, 100 mil smaller, I'm pretty sure, on both sides. So that could mean a lot. I don't know. But I'm just praying that we have better action, better racing. Post-round dump said, boomer mode equals start the race on easy difficulty. With assists on, yeah.
You get a second head start.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, boy. Who knows? It's hard to talk about regulations when we haven't seen anything to come off. But, I
reckon we'll know more, obviously,
I think it'll be
in a few weeks.
I think it'll be better. I think the part that I'm looking forward to about the new regulation isn't actually the on-track action. I think it's more performance. Because that always spices things up. Like, you remember when the first regulation came, Mercedes came with that no side pod look, and it was like...
Yeah, that was weird, hey?
It was like, what the F? Whereas now, like, McLaren's, for example, looks so different to everyone else. Is that going to be the what the F car? Is that a huge mistake? Who knows? That's the part I think that's going to be a bit more eye-catching than the racing itself. Even before we even get to the racing. I'm talking like pre-season testing, Albert Park, practice 1, practice 2. Or even the qualifying session. That'll be good. One thing I hope does change, this has just been my personal beef for the last 10 years, is I wish they changed something about the qualifying rules where you can't go to minimum speed. There needs to be a minimum speed on outlaps and inlaps. I'm sorry, it's stupid. Yeah. There's nothing worse than having a qualifying session go green and they trundle out at 20 kilometers an hour waiting for a gap. Like, I'm not saying they should be racing, but I'm saying there should be a minimum speed that you should get to, hold, and stay there. And warm up your tyres. And then at the end of the lap,
What do you mean you love it?
You shouldn't stop. Some cars were literally stopping at corners, letting other cars through. It's just pathetic.
So you don't like that part?
No, they're not going to do
No, and you know what's going to happen this year? Each time we do an F1 review, you're going to be talking about that.
And it's going to be worse because there are 2 extra cars.
Yeah, Great. Exactly.
Great, made myself feel worse.
Which is going to be...
Nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, you're already a Ferrari fan, so you're already halfway there.
Yeah, I'm already feeling
But now, we've still got a few more liveries to talk about, but they haven't been released yet, so we'll actually be talking about them probably in the next pod or whatever, F1-related pod. But if you want our live, straight away, initial reactions, be sure to follow our social media, where we follow we post our reels and reactions to all the liveries and supercar news as well. As you saw, a quick mention, Bend changed their layout. Instead of the International, it's now the West, which is a good decision. We'll be talking about that next week, though, so stay tuned for that. But any final thoughts, Alex, before we wrap up this first podcast for 2026?
No, I'm just trying to quickly find the other car dates. Hang on. Here we go. So we've still got the Cadillac one, Williams is next. My bad. Williams is next.
Don't they need a car for that?
3rd of February, which is still in a week.
Do they need a car for that?
They still need a car for that. And then Cadillac has launched now. They are launching on Super Bowl Sunday, I've just seen. So
nice.
they have the Super Bowl.
Well, Katie actually did mention that they will be broadcasting it on US. The US will be broadcasting it. So they're really going out in style. I guess so. So I don't know. Well, based off that, so...
And then McLaren, McLaren and Aston Martin on the final day.
Well, I'm personally more keen for Avengers Doomsday trailer. That's what I'm keen for. But that's not F1 related. It's a movie. Educate yourself.
Our live's going to end, by the way, in 4 minutes.
Why is that?
Because it's an hour long.
Does it tell you that?
Yep.
That's interesting. Never seen that before.
Hmm.
Maybe it's because we haven't lived for a while. I think that's probably why. All right. Well, in that case, we might as well end the pod. So thanks, everyone, for watching. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell to be notified every time we post our podcast. Expect pods to mostly come up on Tuesday at the earliest each week.
Yep.
And for TikTok Live, if you want to be part of a podcast like these legends here, thanks to Lidsville, Post Round Dump, Katie, Lewis Gotch, who will be racing AU4 this year as well. He made a small comment as well. So, hey, mate, I don't know if you're still here or not, but thanks for that. And, of course, Zach as well. But if you want to be like these legends here, be sure to follow our TikTok as well to join the live and comment and be part of the podcast every Monday night at this stage, unless we're traveling, which is... likely, but hopefully we're back in time, but we'll work that out. But thanks for watching, Alex. Thanks for joining me once again, and I'm excited for another epic year of motorsport.
That's going to be great. F1's back-ish, and exciting times ahead.
Exactly. Well, we'll see you next time. Bye for now.